Welcome back. I hope you are doing good. Today, I just want to thank everybody who has been following up on the channel, checking out our new uploads, and watching and subscribing and turning on the bell and making sure that you don't miss out on any of the new uploads. And those that have gone further to suggest any topics that they needed us to talk about, especially those that suggested that we should do a video about lockdown and send the lockdown away. People are tired of the lockdown, and I've done some research about it, and I went on the street and I asked some people what they think about this lockdown. And we went to people on the street and borders, especially border people who haven't been fully open. Other people's schools have been open, so we went and asked people to give their different views, and we got the information. And if you look at this disease, this coronavirus, how it began as a small illness in Wuhan, it ended up being a global pandemic affecting over 90% of the world countries, and especially in developed countries where they had mandatory lockdowns and there was no government support. I think in Uganda it was around March when schools were closed, and all the public means were closed. I was way back in school, so we had 3 strong lockdowns in Uganda, if you remember. I remember myself when people were all home and the bikes were regarded as essential things in a family. People were moving on bikes. Even the rich people, they were all lower down to ground zero, and they had to benefit from each other. And people who didn't have bikes and those that had bikes, those with cars, we were all on the same level. And I think that movement that we had way back in 2020 and at some point in 2021, those movements that people had, they were so good for the body. They strengthened our immune system. Remember coronavirus, when it came, people needed to have a lot of vitamins and oranges, pineapples and all that. But the movement helped so many people who hadn't walked or jogged in a long time to kind of boost their immunity. If you look at the history of this coronavirus, way back when it began, we have had over 400 million infections worldwide and over 163,000 infections in Uganda. And if you look at the global deaths, we've had over 5 million deaths. And in Uganda, I think we've had over 3,500 deaths. So it's not an easy thing. Lockdown yagala ekomewo oba oyagala esigale ng'eri bweti nga batadde.
Lockdown terusobola kukkiriza ekomewo. Bakasitoma bange abasinga babadde tebakyajjaggula. Era nsaba busabi lockdown tekomawo.
Baagala ekomewo. Naye bubaka ki bw'olina eri abavubuka n'Abannayuganda abagoberera channel yaffe?
Mbazuukusa bave mu tulo. Bwe budde twekolerera. Tuzeewo ekyali kituyiseeko emabega wa
lockdown. Saagala njibuze n'okugiwumbuza.
Lockdown ogamba esigalewo oba eveewo?
Sobola awagira lockdown olw'ensonga. Lockdown etufiiriza bingi.
Ndowoozeeyo lockdown oyagala ekomewo oba esigalewo?
Ndowooza yange lockdown saagala ekomewo.
Baagala lockdown ereme kuddira ddala, bw'okirowoozaako ekyo?
Ndowooza nti neera batofu kuba mbeera baaba.
And all the people that we sampled, they were all talking about they don't want lockdown to come back, but it's all gonna depend on the virus and the mutations that we might have. The people who said they wanted the lockdown to come back. Others said no, they don't want the lockdown to come back. Especially people that were selling bikes, people in the bikes business, they wanted the lockdown to come back because their bikes are not selling anymore. People are back in their cars and moving in taxis. So in summary, from what we have gathered from all the people in general, all the people want the lockdown to go away. They want to have their freedom that they had way back in 2020 before this Wuhan disease came to be a global pandemic. Now, this is just a small message to everybody who is out there, especially the youths. They were encouraging you to forget about lockdown. Now that the country is opening up, you have to get busy, you have to mind your business, you have to get back to work. Remember, we had a long time when we were not working, and we missed a lot of things and a lot of opportunities. So this chance is here. You have to get back to business, look for jobs and do. Those that had switched their mind off school stuff, of academics, it's time you focus. Schools are open. It's time you focus and improve your academics and work hard so you can pass and go to the next class, or be promoted to another level. You were now working on your relationship and giving excuses of lockdown. Lockdown is over. Let's work on our things that were backsliding, things that were falling down. If people, the loans were in your neck, let's go work and make money and pay off the loans. If anything in your life that had been backsliding, whether it's your faith, whatever it is, even your interpersonal relationships, work on them. We talked about people that say they wanted the lockdown to be back. There are some people who are used to being spoon-fed in the lockdown. Just go and get something to do, because that's gonna give you independence. And when you're independent and when you can make your own money, it's a great thing. You can use your money whenever you need. Now, it won't be the case like when people were spoon-feeding you in the lockdown. They came in a specified time to give you something to eat and to give you some money. But if you make your own money, you can spend it the way you want. So I think lockdown should go away, like most people are. Especially the border people. They want this lockdown to go away. They're the last people to be remembered. Let's wait. I hope they will release them so they can go back on the street. Hello, our YouTube viewers. Thanks for supporting us and viewing our videos. Please continue to share and subscribe and view more of the latest. Thanks.